Today's lesson is called Factors and Multiples. It's in Chapter 3 and it's Lesson 7. Your first word is factors. They're the digits used to find the product. So, for instance, we've got 4 times 2 equals 8. These are the factors, and this is review. Okay. Multiples are the product of any number times any whole number. So we've got 8 could be a multiple, but we're going to see it in a different manner. I'm going to show you the multiples of 4. 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. 4 times 3 equals 12. 4 times 4 equals 16. These here are the multiples. Okay, you're going to get to practice. Here, I'll label it practice. Find the multiples of 2. So this is such easy practice for you. You can find 10 multiples of 2. Okay, I'll show you what it can look like. You can have a list of multiples. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 8 is 16, and I ran out of room. How many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 multiples. That's all I had room for. Okay, now that you saw an example, you can try this one. Find, I'm going to give you a number, 6 multiples of 9. And list them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, there. You'll fit it in. Okay, 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 9 times 5, and 9 times 6. Let's practice some more. Find 6 multiples of 5. 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 4, 5 times 5, 5 times 6. These are all multiples of these digits here. Multiples of 2, multiples of 9, multiples of 5. One last one to practice on. Find 7 multiples of 3. And you can get started. So find 7 of them. Okay, by now you should have filled out, oh well, this will give it some color. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And hey, I knew to stop there because I know that 3 times 7 is 21. You have one more vocabulary word, and the word is decompose. While you're writing that, I'll be fixing this. Okay, first I'm going to show you an example of how to decompose. And I'm going to use the number 16. You don't have to copy this yet, just take it all in. When you decompose a number, you break it down into its multiples. So I like to start with 1, and we know that 1 times 16 equals 16. Let me do 2 times 8. Then I'm going to think about 3. There's nothing times 3 that's going to equal 16, so I'm going to skip 3. 4 times 4. We know that our 5s times tables end in 5 in the ones place or 0 in the ones place when we think back to patterns. So 5's not going to work. It won't be one of the multiples. I mean one of the factors. So I'm going to go to 6. 6 times, do I have 6 here? No. There's nothing times 6 that will make 16. I'm going to go to 7, 8. Okay, well, I'm still going to write it down even though I've gotten into the commutative property. 8 times 2 equals 16. I've decomposed the number 16, and the definition is quite simply to break down. You take a multiple or a number and you break it down into its factors. And I'm going to make it even longer, to break down into factors. Okay, now we're going to practice listing factors. So turn the page. Real quickly, notice that when you found the multiples of a number, the numbers increased. Okay. We're going to list the factors of 12, but you can just look at the example. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4, those equal 12. I can do it also by decomposing the number into its parts. 1 and 12, 3 and 4, oops, I went out of order, 2 and 6. So I listed the factors of 12. Okay. You're going to list the factors of 16. I'll give you a minute. Okay, I'm going to list them in order. 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Quite frankly, my mind thinks this way. I already did this. You don't have to do it twice. I'm just going to show you that again. 1 and 16 are factors. 2 and 8 are factors of 16. And 4 times 4 are factors of 16. Again, you don't have to write that twice because we already did the factors of 16 decomposed here. One last thing to show you, and it's a review of an array. I know you know what arrays are. They're rows and columns arranged into equal groups. Really quickly, before I write that definition, I'm just going to show you possible arrays for the number 16. So my definition will go here, but I'm going to make arrays for 16. One way is 1 times 16. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That was an array, which is like 1 times 16. Okay, another possible array would be 2 groups of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 2 groups of 8. And they equal 16. Another possible array would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I made one more possible array, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4 groups with 4 inside of each group. And that equals 16. So last thing you need is the definition, and I'll give it to you in just a minute. These are rows and columns arranged in equal amounts. you have to have equal amounts in each row or each column to have an array. And that was factors and multipliers.